A lot of times in this podcast, we talk about the problems we have, the difficulties that we have. We're searching for solutions. We want to get better. Um, I think it's a natural thing. I mean, if you really love the job, if you take it seriously, you're searching for better. You're searching for I want to improve. I want to get, you know, just whatever it is. Either it's the interactions with the other firefighters. I just want to, make sure I'm, good with that as an officer, or I'm a, firefighter, my skills. I want to make sure they're better. I'm always, even if I'm good at those things, man, we're trying to take it to the next level, right? And sometimes we focus on all the problems and the issues we deal with, and we maybe don't take a second to think about what is it what does it look like when it is working out? That's not to say that everything's perfect, right? Nothing in life is perfect. There's always room for improvement, but a lot of times things can be pretty darn good, man. And um I think it's important sometimes to just take a second and think about what that is and appreciate that, uh and enjoy that. So, talked about culture recently a lot, and what is that culture, what does that look like? So what does that feel like when things are going well? And I've been a part of it at times to different degrees in different areas where you have a good culture where you go in, and the firehouse it's being taken care of. And whether you're at the firefighter level or the officer level, you just go in there, and if you're a firefighter, you have pride that the other shifts in your shift, you're taking care of the firehouse, and you're making sure it's clean, it's presentable, it looks good. And man, it's like you're seeing results for that effort, and it feels good. It feels good to have the clean rigs. It feels good to have the other crews bought in, and you're setting that bar for the expectations of yourself and the other firefighters. And it just, man, it feels good to be a part of something like that, and to have that bond, that focus of the group, that we're meeting this standard. And yeah, maybe there's always something to improve, but it's nice to see that there's someone maybe working on a project. Like I've seen it before where someone's working on a nice little, wood kind of cutout carving of the, company patch, and they're in there in their root, in the day room, and they're painting it and tweaking it. And they're just doing that because they just want to see that up on the wall. Or they're making a riding board or something like that, and they're just taking these things upon themselves, and people are just jumping in. They're building a new kitchen table or something, and it's nice because not only are you improving the environment, but it's that togetherness, that the brotherhood people talk about, doing it together, bringing people together, taking care of the firehouse, taking care of the rig, contributing maybe a little of your own money to get some of that done. So that's the culture of taking care of the firehouse. And then you have the culture of, man, when things are really, what that looks like as far as operations. And it's people take operations seriously. And they, when it's time to show up on that fire, or whatever emergency it may be. But we all love to talk about fires, right? If you don't, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, it's what it's all about, right? So it's what I'm going to focus on is when we go and we show up on that fire, to know, I mean, embracing that, just that challenge of, one, when you're around a group of people that have a certain standards, meeting that standard, man, is so important. And it feels good to know that the people around you recognize that you're meeting the standard, and you recognize that they're meeting the standard. You don't need much, man. You don't need like the pats on the back and all that kind of stuff. But just every once in a while, a little like, hey man, that was a good move right there. Or that was, yeah, good job with that. And that's it. Stuff like that. But you're meeting that standard, and you're also a company that can be relied on. Not that we're shoving that down someone else's throat. You don't want to be that. If you're a really solid company, don't be that company that's, telling the other companies how much they suck. Don't be that, man. That's not the way to do it. When help other companies out if they need help, and then hopefully they help you out, and then maybe you can raise the bar for the other companies you operate with to, do even better. But just knowing that you're meeting that standard, you're getting the job done, everyone's doing their part, and they want to do drills to get better, and you can see it in their eyes, and they're asking good questions, and they're pushing themselves, and they're willing to do more drills than you have to do because they enjoy it. They enjoy doing what ultimately we're supposed to do and providing that emergency service. We're that insurance policy for the citizens. When things are bad, we're coming to rescue them, to do what we're supposed to do. And after us, there's no one else. You're not going to call the plumber. You're not going to call the cop. There's no one else that can come and put that fire out and do what we need to do to help those people if they're trapped. And it's nice to be around a group of people like that, even if it isn't everyone, man. If you just have like one or two other people, man, it feels great to be around that. So I just wanted to point that out, that, we talk about these problems, but there's still, man, embrace the success, embrace the other people that are on the same journey, that want to be good firefighters, have a good culture. It only takes a few people. And I mean, even if your department is a mess, you have a few people in your firehouse that are chasing that same goal. There's no better feeling.